Hey entrepreneurs, I just want to do a vibe check. Do you know how to take care of yourself when shit gets hard in business? Because it is kind of for sure 100% going to get hard in business at some point. So I was recently sharing with my email list because I've had a few clients come in a panic. They are in launches that aren't going quite the way they want, and they're freaking out and they don't know what to do, and they're convinced it's failed, even though like it ain't over yet. Sorry, my dog always helps with these. Even though it ain't over yet. And they're freaking out and making it mean all this stuff. And I almost always wind up showing them this little graphic popularized by, I always get his name wrong, Rand Fishkin from Moz, like an SEO guy who has this kind of like boop, 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 swervy line of typical search engine optimization results, I think over about a period of 6 months, which the last time I looked at numbers, a lot of digital marketing is estimated to take at least 6 months to mature and like generate actual for realsies results. So I like use this to apply to all digital marketing. And then there's another line that kind of almost goes in opposite with the amount of effort that's required before you really start getting a payoff. So the payoff is like when you first announce it, there's like a little blip of excitement and then it drops. And that's exactly at the same time where the results you want are dropping when you have to be putting in a whole lot of effort. Like this is the effort line, this is the results line. And at some point they go like this. You start getting the results and it takes less work. But this point in the middle where a lot of effort is required and you're not getting the results yet is really common. And so it's termed the slog. It's so common they have names. And then this gap between effort required and results is called this period of the gap of disappointment. And it is for sure hard. It is hard on your nervous system to keep showing up, putting in the effort, keep the belief up without having the proof, the empirical evidence that it's going to work yet. It is very hard. It is hard to be in that position. It is hard for everybody. It is hard to keep up that belief, that confidence before you see the proof, before you see the evidence. Not to mention if you are have shit going down in your personal life. Not to mention if you are new to business, if this is your first time being your own boss, having the courage to put your heart's work out there for people to judge as they will. If you are struggling to separate how people respond to your products, your offers, and your personal brand from your worth as a person, how you matter to people as a person. Like business is confronting. It is confronting. There is wounding you didn't even know you had that is going to be brought to light by taking the courageous, vulnerable step of being your own boss, putting your work out there, leaving it up to the world to consume as they will or won't. And oh my goodness, emotions. Baby, emotions are going to be something you have to deal with because there's no effective marketing that doesn't connect emotionally with aligned customers. There isn't none. And it's really hard to create effective marketing if you are cut off from your emotions. And it's really hard to keep going through that slog, making it through the gap of disappointment if you don't have tools, if you don't have support in place to manage your mind, to check the stories you're telling yourself about what's going on, and keep your self-love, your self-care high and strong as fuck, to have all of the support and validation and affirmation and care and love you need in place to stay confident through that slog, to stay confident and full of faith and belief and trust in your business, in your work, in your people, that it's going to work. That's challenging. That is really freaking challenging. And so many people don't realize how important an investment support is. For those times when shit goes down and you are in the quagmire, you are lost in the dark, and you don't know which way is up, and you are spinning in your self-doubt, in your inner critic stories about it, when you're making it mean all this hard stuff about you, you're going to have a real hard time keep going if you don't have a way to snap yourself out of it, to pour love into the places where it's missing right now because of your fears and your wounding coming to light from your business. Did I just get lipstick on my face? Okay. Well, I would do that during a serious talk. Yeah, that's really hard. And then you're also going to learn places through your business that you didn't know you had wounding, you had issues. Like, I'm going to pause. I forgot I can't pause. So like you're going to learn you have wounding, you have issues in places you didn't know. Like for me, boundaries has been real big. I've really been confronted with people-pleasing tendencies I didn't even know I had. I didn't know it were an issue until I opened my business, and I had to encounter people that would want to talk me down for my price or question my price or want me to go out of scope of work or want to pack a bunch on to projects that they hadn't paid for, and realizing that it's literally not feasible to just go with the flow and make everybody happy because you can't run a successful business that way. That's a hard lesson. That's a real hard lesson. And it brought up all sorts of wounding. And then a really hard lesson was that I will not have the energy, I won't have the confidence, I will not have the creative channels open, I will not have the belief in myself and my work and my people if in my personal life I am allowing toxic people to be close to me that erode my boundaries, that make me question my work, that shake my confidence and my dreams. I learned that there is no way I can do what I'm here to do. I can get those big dreams of mine that I know are mine if I allow people that can't vibe with that are threatened by that, to continue to be in proximity to me in my personal life. That was a hard lesson. That was a real hard lesson. Another real emotionally hard lesson for me in business was realizing the thing that just because it makes me money does not mean it's a thing I should sell if I don't like it, if I dread it, if I resent my clients. Like just because someone else wants it from me and I technically can do it or I'm even good at it, but it's not aligned with me personally, it ain't gonna work. It's not gonna fit in the business I am trying to build, in the life that I want for myself, and the way I want to do business and share my magic with the world. That was a hard lesson. And also, people are going to look at you like you're crazy when you say, I don't want to do the thing that's been consistently making me money. I want to do the thing that makes me excited and lights me up every day. And I made it up. Marketing confidence cheerleading was not a thing before me. I fucking made it up. And I want people to pay me for it enough to like pay my rent and have a good life and do all the things I want to do. People are going to look at you like, the audacity. And that's going to shape you, especially if these are people you love or people in your circle or people you want to impress. And if they don't have the belief in you, do you know how to keep the belief yourself in the face of naysayers, in the face of naysayers that you care about? Do you? Do you? Because it's really hard to. It's really hard to. I want you so hardcore to be thinking ahead of when shit gets hard in business. When you have to be putting in the work before you see the results. When shit is blowing up in your personal life and your confidence is shaken as a person, what will you do? What will you do so you can keep showing up for your business, for your people, for your dreams, so you can keep that belief in yourself enough to not let your own dreams down, to not let your business down, and to not be miserable building your business? What will you do? Some of us are lucky enough to have really supportive, high believing folks in our personal life, but I don't think it's the norm, especially if they're not entrepreneurs themselves and they can't relate to what you're going through. So I so encourage you, if it's at all feasible, to get a mentor, to get a coach, to be in a community where you're going to be around folks who can pull you out of the muck when you get stuck in the muck, when you get spiraling in self-doubt, when you don't know what to do next. So that you can be lit up, reminded of your why, told how deserving you are to get what you want, told how valuable your work is, reminded of its importance, so that you don't stay stuck. Like, that actually happened to me today. Like, it's been a rough start to 2024. December was real hard. January was real hard. I've been feeling a little down on myself, and one of my squad members told me some really nice stuff about my ability to word things in a way that landed home for her, in a way that, though she's heard similar things before about business, it never like really stuck or integrated until I explained it the way I explained it in my squad master classes. And probably took her like 10 seconds to tell me, and oh my goodness, did that change my outlook? Did that make me feel lit up when I could come back to work, when I start creating, when I start serving the shit out of my clients again? Like, to have a community like that, like when you're having a wobble, that can just remind you how good you are, how important you are, how much you deserve this, how much you mean to people. You cannot underestimate the importance of that, and having it lined up ahead of time before you are spiraling, because you'll get out of those spirals so much faster. You'll get so many more tools. You'll get so many different ways to look at it, so that the temptation to just blame yourself and shame yourself and make it about your value will get less and less and less the more you are affirmed, the more you are mirrored back the positivity of how much you have to offer via your work and your business. I so want that for everybody that's an entrepreneur, particularly people in non-traditional like business models, like my coaches, my healers, my creatives, my people working for beauty and social justice, my entrepreneurs that have been historically locked out of wealth. So women, femmes, queer people, people of color, people struggling with chronic illness or chronic pain, or with differently wired brains. I especially want us to change the paradigm for ourselves and for our communities about what is possible for us professionally, creatively, quality of life and satisfaction and fulfillment wise, and of course money. I want us to be well fed. I want us to be well paid. I want us to luxuriate. I want us to not be stuck in jobs that we hate, having to abide by rules that were built literally to hurt us oftentimes. I want us to be able to do our own thing, to make our own way, to offer our unique medicine to the world in a way that benefits our communities and ourselves, and like just uplifts everybody. Rising tides lift all ships, or however that saying goes. So if you find yourself being like, man, I don't know what I do, or I remember the last time I got in a spiral about my business like that, and it just like knocked me out of commission for weeks or months. Like, it happens so often. I hear so many people telling me stuff like that. I want you to know what I've got available for you. If you want a one-on-one opportunity with me, the best way to work with me one-on-one right now is signing up for a year of killer content. It is monthly 90-minute killer content strategy sessions with me, where we are going to get so clear on not only your goals and your dreams and what your metrics are telling us. So like, oh yeah, I got you covered for all the business stuff, but also hype up your confidence, your belief in your ability to rock this, and how much your people will be overjoyed to be served by what only you can provide. By the value of your work, to keep reminding you over and over again, as many times as you need to hear it until it sinks in, how much the world needs your work, how much you deserve to succeed, how life freaking changing what you do is. So you get monthly sessions like that with me, and you also get complimentary membership to the Squad, which is my group marketing confidence cheerleading program. And if you don't need as much high-touch support, you can just join the Squad. But through tomorrow night, a year of killer content is 11% off plus 6 free months of Squad membership. And the Squad is such a magical place. Like, it has exceeded every expectation I had for it. Like, every time I interact with the Squad, I am lit up. I am so fired up. Like, I did a video about how we all got crazy productive this week. Like, we made so much content just because we were excited and creative and lit up. Anyway, so just a rundown of what you get with the squad, because it's awesome, is you get me as basically your on-call expert marketing director, because you get free copy editing, free marketing asset review, free making sense of your metrics review, all in this private Facebook community with other excellently eccentric entrepreneurs just like yourself. You get mini marketing challenges each week that everybody's getting really hyped about. We're all building our email lists this week that you can participate in if this kind of like group accountability, group excitement, group hype will help motivate you to show up for your business in a way you're not finding the motivation on your own. Those are freaking lovely. We get mini marketing masterclasses, at least one a month, where the squad will vote on a topic and I will share about it. And then we have a business lab where we can workshop how this relates to your business via your actual marketing assets. Like January was all about sales pages, so we workshop people's sales pages. February is all about how to grow your audience, and so we are going to workshop strategies for that and examine people's actual like funnels and tactics like in that business lab portion, and that is next Tuesday, I think it's the 6th. You also get monthly marketing confidence cheerleading as a group, which is like you're open, the floor is open to share, to vent, to get help removing whatever is blocking you from your belief in your business, clarity around your messaging, your people. So anything standing in the way of your marketing, strategic, tactical, or emotional, we will support you with. And then in between these things, it's not like I just like only see you twice a month and you're on your own the rest of the time. No, I am in that Facebook group Tuesday through Friday, very high touch. So you can share about anything you're working on, share any of your assets or your reviews or your questions. And again, we have those weekly challenges. I'm adding a midweek vibe checks for kind of like an emotional check-in and an emotional cleanser. I'm going to be adding some other stuff just because it's so much fun. It's so happening in there, and it's been so inspiring to watch how much creativity has been sparked just by our conversations with each other. I feel like there's other stuff. Oh yeah, you get private archive of all my past masterclasses, guided meditations, other assets I've put together over the years. And yeah, anyway, details about both of these are the link in bio, or depending on where you're watching, I'll put the link in the comments. So, high touch, one-on-one support where we will slay the crap out of you will like literally become a messaging assassin with a year of killer content. That is our monthly content meetings plus complimentary 6-month squad membership, 11% off through tomorrow, Saturday, February 3rd night. And then the sale is over Saturday night, and then I think we've got a few more days where you still get the 6-month complimentary membership, and then it's a 3-month complimentary membership to the squad. And then the doors close. I forget what date, but like at the end of February, you can't get in on a year of killer content anymore. Squad is always open, but it is a 6-month commitment when you do sign up. But you can join anytime. So if you are feeling either you're in the dark right now, you are stuck in the muck, you're spiraling, you're losing belief and faith, you're making it mean stuff about you, get support right freaking now. Don't stay in the misery any longer than you have to. Don't keep doubting yourself. Don't put yourself through that. And if you're newer and you haven't hit one of those places yet, I don't want to scare you, but I want to prepare you. You are going to be emotionally confronted. Your wounds are going to come up. You are going to be challenged through business. It's inevitable. It happens to everybody. And I so strongly advise you line up support before that happens so that you don't lose your way. You don't lose your way. You don't delay your success and your dreams on accident because you thought it, or you devalued how important it was to keep your vibe, your confidence, your belief up, because without that, it's really hard to do effective marketing. It's really hard to sell. Yeah. So you should 1000% get some support, even if it's not with me. But if you want to work with me, now is a really good time to do it because there's a sale through tomorrow night on a year of killer content. And also, the squad is so freaking magical. You should get in like right now so you don't miss anything. Okay, love you, bye.